Greetings and welcome back, Blade fans. I am OG Blade Reviews on YouTube. And if the knife in front of you here looks familiar, it's because I did a review on it back a few weeks ago. It is the Kansept Fermi, and finally figured out that Fermi, of course, refers to Enrico Fermi, the Italian physicist who developed the first nuclear reactor back in the 50s in Chicago. That's what I recall anyway. So Burchtree designed this Fermi, roughly a 3.10-inch blade. This particular one, which was sent to me by Kansept Knives, is in their stainless Damascus with a nice carbon fiber insert and a titanium frame that appears to be bronze anode. So that is the Kansept Fermi. What Kansept has been doing under its child label, child knife company, shall we call it, spin-off, whatever, budget line, Tenable, who also sent me this NAF. Let's back out a little bit. Okay. All the junk that goes inside the box. Pretty simple unboxing here, just to show you what you get in the Tenable box. This is what we're looking at today. There's the Fermi Burchtree Designs in 14C28N in black micarta. We get the Tenable microfiber cloth. If I could stitch all my microfiber cloths together, I might get like a blanket or maybe a whole bunch of blankets. This is what Tenable gives you for paperwork, warranties and explanations and exclusions and legal mumble jumbo. But what we have here is what they've been doing a lot of, under $60 for this budget version, suggested list price. Getting all choked up again. And $220 for the high class Kansept version. But look, same profile, same blade, same reverse recurve with a clip, and Burchtree Designs, as I said. One is a frame lock. Actually, no, I'm sorry. It's a nested liner lock. Didn't catch that. And here we have also, well, really an exposed liner lock, because you have exposed liners here. I like the nested liner idea. It kind of gives you a way to close it without that being subject to the pressure of your index finger for accidental closures. It's less likely, shall we say. Try hard enough, you get an accidental closure on your finger, almost any knife except the ones with double locks on them. This is on bearings, also on bearings, both with thumb stud openers. So very, very similar, but 1/4 of the price of the high-class Kansept version. Look at that. So again, 14C28N, there it is. Kind of a dried out kind of black micarta, as micarta tends to do. It will absorb moisture and oils from your hand over time and darken up. Not my preference in handles for the most part. I tend to like G10 a little better, or all titanium in some cases. But it's fairly smooth. And I wouldn't say it's so slick you're going to lose your grip, because you do have a finger groove here as part of the setup for the release on the liner lock. And it's nicely chamfered in there. Got a stonewash finish, you can see. Fairly good stock on the blade. And a deep carry clip, which we didn't really get on the original Kansept version. So if you like Burchtree designs, and it's not a custom, it's not one of Burchtree's own knives, and you like the design, this might be a good way to go for you for about, I think, $59, maybe less, 57. You'll get the links in the description when I'm all done wrapping this up. It is not a transferable to the left side deep carry clip, unfortunately. And it is interestingly contoured. It's a different sort of a clip than we get on the Kansept version. Way different. Okay, let's get some measurements, and they're going to be identical to the Kansept. Pretty much 7 1/4 overall. 3.11 is what they're telling me. So I don't need to squint and figure out what the fraction is on that. 311 on the blade. Blade stock in millimeters, pretty hefty. 3.3 in inches. 0.13. Yep, 0.13. And handle thickness, exactly 1/2 inch. What was the handle thickness on the Kansept? Ever so slightly less, 0.49, both roughly 1/2 inch. And for the weight, four ounces, 4.05 against the original, heavier, 4.9, we'll call that. So yeah, almost an ounce lighter. I'm a thumb stud opener. Love them. Can do it all day long. Next to that comes the back flipper, and my last preference is the front flipper. Probably because I don't have the dexterity I once had. And when I had that dexterity, they weren't making front flippers. So I missed out, I guess, you know. So what we've got for a blade contour is obviously a reverse curve in here with a secondary point and a big old sharpening choil with a plunge grind that comes down just past the middle of that. I'd say you got plenty of room for sharpening there. How often you want to sharpen this, and you need to be careful. You can get in there with the edge of a stone without too much problem because it's a short run, and therefore it's not too deep a recurve. And then you've got basically a belly out here and a long clip and good thickness out to the point, not frail whatsoever. Absolutely solid lockup. And again, a pretty fidgety knife. If you want to reverse flick it with the other thumb stud, you can do that as well. Even I can do it. So, got food on the table, looks like. Some compares I got here for you today. We've got the Benchmade Freak, a longer knife overall. The Freak is sort of a spin-off of the Griptilian. Not sure they're making the Freak anymore. Maybe they are. We've got like a FRN here in the middle and a rubberized, very rubbery exterior. Very grippy, this knife, and it's an axis lock, of course. And then we've got a K320 from Hogue, one of my favorite knives. I'm glad they did what they did with this one. It is supposed to be akin to the P320 SIG pistol. So this is a SIG Sauer branded Hogue knife. The beautiful thing they did with this is that wherever you go, you've got a place for the clip. You can go tip up, tip down, left or right on this knife. And you can see the little brass inserts they put in there. So you've got, you've got kind of a, basically you got brass or steel, I'm not sure which, looks like brass, embedded in the injection molded handle there. Very rough, I think they call that the piranha grip. Really Really grippy. They did a great job. It doesn't look like anything, but it's very similar to what you'd have on a pistol hand grip. And it is a bar lock, aka axis lock. And you can middle finger flick it, maybe. We've got steel liner here that's exposed and jimped. We've got jimping on the blade. This review isn't about this knife, but I really do like what they did here, including the scallops that allow you to grip it and pull the knife out, because it is a deep carry clip and it's USA made. So there's those three. Put those guys away. Take another look at the Tenable in 14C28N and reverse curve, Burchtree designs. It is weight relieved. If I didn't comment on that, there it is. You can see that pretty easily with just the lighting on the table here. Lockup, I'd say about 20%. When we close it, we've got some room there, but at least you don't have a tip that's going to snag on your finger when you rub your finger across it. But yeah, the blade to handle ratio is good, but not terrific. 3.11-inch blade. Look at that nice stonewash on that guy. Really nice. We have some paper. Oh, do we have some paper? I'm not sure if we do. Well, let's do this. Real cheatsy. Nice. My sticky note. Cuts my sticky notes beautifully. Oh, nice edge. Nice edge on this Tenable. Liking it. So, about 58-ish bucks, and you've got yourself a really nice EDC knife. If you like the blade profile, the handle materials, as with most Tenables and most Kansepts, comes in a number of other blade and handle models. I'll give you a link so that you can see all of those on Kansept, Tenable. And if I can give you the link to White Mountain, pretty sure they're carrying these as well. You can check that out. And you can get 10% off at White Mountain by using my discount code OG-Blade. I'll be back with you soon. Enjoy. Have a wonderful day. And moving into the new year, 2025, enjoy your new year. Be well.